Welcome to Lucky English for Beginners. Hello, I'm Sonia, and I will be your English today. We are looking at two tiny words today, by and until. If you look at them in a dictionary, they look small, they look harmless. But for our listeners, especially those of you joining us from South Asia or just starting your English journey at the A1 or A2 level, these two words can be, well, a bit of a nightmare.
Oh, they really can be. And the reason isn't because you aren't smart. It's really just because your native language might handle time differently.
Yeah.
Like in many South Asian languages, you have one wonderful word that does everything. It does a lot of heavy lifting. It works for deadlines and it works for durations.
Right. You might have one word that means both by tomorrow or until tomorrow, depending entirely on the context. But English is stubborn. English demands that you choose. You have to pick.
Yeah, you really do. And if you pick the wrong side, you change the meaning of your whole sentence.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not your whole life, but definitely your schedule. So our mission today is to extract every ounce of value from these concepts. We aren't just going to read rules to you. We are going to practice.
We are going to visualize, and most importantly, we are going to speak. I love that approach. So listeners, get comfortable. Or better yet, stand up if you can, because we are going to ask you to speak out loud today. We want to turn this audio into a real classroom.
Absolutely. Let's start with the first word, part one, understanding by, B-Y.
By. It sounds so simple, just two letters, B-Y. But what does it actually mean? If we look at the strict definition, it means not later than a certain time.
Not later than, right? That's the dictionary definition. But for our listeners, I want you to close your eyes for a second. I want you to visualize a wall, a solid brick wall standing right in the middle of a road.
Okay, I see the wall.
That wall is the word by. You are running toward it. You can stop running 1 meter before the wall. You can stop running 1 centimeter before the wall. You can even touch the wall, but you cannot go through the wall.
I love that image. The wall is the deadline.
Exactly. The key concept here is deadline. When you use by, you are talking about an action that must be finished before the clock strikes that specific time.
So it's about the absolute limit. It's about the buzzer sounding at the end of a sports game.
Precisely. Think of an hourglass with the sand running out, or a timer counting down. You have to finish the task by 0. If you do it after, it's too late.
Let's look at a really common example to ground this. This is a sentence every student knows well. Finish your homework by 5 p.m.
Let's break that down slowly. Finish your homework by 5 p.m. I want to ask you and the listener, if I finish my homework at 3 p.m., is that okay?
Yes, that is perfectly okay. You are early.
Right. If I finish my homework at 4 p.m., is that okay?
Yes, still good.
What if I finish my homework at 4:59 p.m.?
Phew. It's very close, but yes, you are safe.
If I finish my homework at exactly 5 p.m.?
You made it. Just barely.
But what if I finished at 5:01 p.m.?
Then you were late. You missed the deadline. You hit the wall.
That is the magic of by. It draws a strict line in the sand. The action in this case, finishing the homework, must happen on the safe side of that line.
I think that's very clear. But knowing it in your head is one thing. Saying it naturally is another. We need to build your confidence. So we are going to do some speaking practice.
This is the interactive part. We're going to read some daily routine examples. I want you, the listener, to listen to the sentence. Then I want you to repeat it out loud. Don't just think it. Actually say it.
Okay, here's sentence number 1. Focus on the deadline. Finish your work by 6 p.m. Say it again. Finish your work by 6 p.m.
Did you say it? Good. Think about the context here. This is your boss speaking. Or maybe it's you telling yourself to stop working so you can have dinner. 6 p.m. is the wall.
Sentence number 2. Submit the report by Monday. Repeat after me. Submit the report by Monday.
By Monday. This is a classic professional deadline. If I say by Monday, can I submit it on Sunday night?
Absolutely. In fact, your boss would probably be very happy about that.
Can I submit it on Tuesday morning?
No way. By Monday usually means before the business day starts, or at the latest, before the business day ends on Monday. Tuesday is definitely going through the wall.
Right. Let's try sentence number 3. This one is for personal relationships. I will call you by tonight. Say it with us. I will call you by tonight.
This one is interesting because tonight isn't a specific number like 5 o'clock. It's a period of time.
True. It's a bit vaguer, but the feeling is exactly the same. Before the night is over, the phone will ring. If I call you tomorrow morning instead, I broke my promise.
Sentence number 4. Very common in emails. Please reply by tomorrow. Your turn. Please reply by tomorrow.
Let's do a quick interactive check here. Listener, I am asking you a question. When must you reply? Say the answer out loud.
The answer is by tomorrow.
Very good. Speak loudly. By tomorrow.
Now, by isn't just for work and emails. It is excellent for travel and completion. This is where it gets very practical for logistics.
Oh, absolutely. Think about catching a train
Yeah.
or arriving at a party. The arrival is a specific moment, it happens, and then it's done. That's why by fits so perfectly well.
Let's look at an example. He arrived by 8 a.m. Repeat that. He arrived by 8 a.m.
Visualize a man walking through a door. He looks at his watch. It is 7:55 a.m. He is happy. Why? Because he arrived by 8 a.m.
What about this one? We reached home by sunset. Try saying it. We reached home by sunset.
I really love this one. Sunset is the deadline. Imagine driving a car. The sun is going down. You're racing against the darkness. You pull into the driveway just as the sun disappears. You made it by sunset.
It adds a little drama to the sentence, doesn't it?
It does. It implies a real constraint, a race against time.
Let's look at a task example. Complete the form by today. Say it aloud. Complete the form by today.
This is strict. You cannot wait until tomorrow. The deadline is the end of the current day.
And one more. I will decide by tomorrow morning. Repeat after me. I will decide by tomorrow morning.
This is a bit of a power move. You are telling someone, stop asking me right now. I need time. But I promise you an answer before the morning. You are setting the boundary.
So by helps you manage expectations.
Exactly. It tells people exactly when the waiting ends and the result appears.
Okay, you are doing great, listeners. We have built the wall of by. Now we need to look at the other side of time.
Part 2. Understanding until. UNTIL.
This word feels very different. If by is a wall, what is until?
Until is the road leading up to the wall. It is a long, straight line.
The basic definition of until is up to a certain time.
Right, but the key concept here is duration, or continuing action.
Continuing action.
Yes. Think about something that doesn't just happen in one single second, like arriving or finishing. Think about something that takes a long time, like waiting, sleeping, working, playing.
The action continues, and then stops at a specific time.
Exactly. Visualize that straight line. It goes on, and then it hits the wall and stops entirely.
Let's look at a core example to compare. I will wait until 5 p.m.
Compare this to the by example from earlier. Finished by 5 p.m. equals one action, done before 5. But wait until 5 p.m. That means I'm sitting in the chair right now. Tick-tock, 2 p.m., still sitting. 3 p.m., still sitting. 4 p.m., still sitting. I am continuously waiting.
And then at 5 p.m.
I stop waiting. I leave. Or the person finally arrives. The action of waiting fills the entire block of time up to the limit.
I see. So by is the check mark, until is the progress bar.
Oh, I really like that. Yes, until is the progress bar.
Let's practice this. We need to get the feeling of duration in our mouths. We are going to use sentences about time and waiting. Listen to this one. I will wait until 6 p.m. Repeat it. I will wait until 6 p.m.
Can you feel the time passing in that sentence? Wait until. It implies patience.
Here is a very important one. Listen carefully. The shop is open until 9 p.m. Say it. The shop is open until 9 p.m.
Listeners, pay close attention here. A common mistake I hear from beginner students is saying, the shop is open by 9 p.m.
Oh, right. That does sound wrong to a native speaker.
If you say the shop is open by 9 p.m., it sounds like the shop is currently closed, but they promise to unlock the doors before 9. But that's not what you mean. You mean the shop is already open and it will stay open continuously. That requires until.
So until tells us when the stay ends.
Correct. Let's do an interactive check. How long is the shop open? Answer me loudly.
Until 9 p.m.
Perfect.
Let's try some activity examples. He slept until noon. Repeat after me. He slept until noon.
Sleeping takes time. You can't sleep for 1 second. It's a duration. So we use until. He was asleep all morning long.
Here's another. We played football until sunset. Your turn. We played football until sunset.
Playing is the continuous action. Sunset is the stop sign.
No, until isn't just for clocks and sunsets. It's also for states of being, feeling, situations, staying in one place.
Yes. Verbs like stay, remain, keep. These are absolute magnets for the word until.
Let's try this one. Stay here until I return. Repeat it. Stay here until I return.
This is a command. You are glued to that spot. You cannot move. How long?
Until the specific event of my return.
We stayed at home until morning. Say it with us. We stayed at home until morning.
Again, the verb is stayed. It implies a duration of time spent inside the house.
This next one is very motivational. I will keep trying until I succeed. Repeat that. I will keep trying until I succeed.
This is powerful. The action is trying. It continues. It doesn't stop. When does it stop? Only when success happens.
And one more. He worked until he was tired. Say it out loud. He worked until he was tired.
You are doing great. Don't worry about mistakes. Just focus on that feeling of continuation until stretches the time out.
So we have the wall, which is by. We have the road, which is until. Now we need to put them side by side.
Part 3. The simple difference. This is where the magic happens. We need to compare them directly because this is where the confusion usually lies. Why is this so hard for our listeners specifically?
Well, as we mentioned earlier, many languages just don't make this distinction. In your head, you might have one solid concept for a time limit, but English splits it into two distinct ideas. One, the deadline, which is by, and two, the duration, which is until.
So let's review the formula. By equals deadline. Before that time. Until equals continue. Up to that time.
Let's look at a side-by-side comparison. Sentence A, submit the form by Monday. Sentence B, the office is open until Monday.
Think about the difference. In sentence A, submit by Monday, you do the work once. You hand it in, you are done. Monday is the absolute limit.
But in sentence B, open until Monday, the office is open on Friday. It is open on Saturday. It is open on Sunday. It stops being open on Monday.
Let's do a comparative listening exercise. I'm going to read two sentences that are almost exactly the same. I want you to really think about the meaning. Sentence 1, I will finish by 5 p.m. Sentence 2, I will work until 5 p.m.
What is the difference there? I will finish by 5 p.m. focuses on the result. The project is done. I might finish at 2 p.m. and just go home, but I will work until 5 p.m. focuses on the labor. I'm working. I stop at 5. Maybe I finished the project, maybe I didn't, but I definitely stopped working.
That is a huge difference. If your boss asks, will the project be done? And you say, I will work until 5 p.m., you actually haven't answered the question.
Exactly. You promised effort, not a final result. Here's a teacher tip for you. If the action is a point in time, like finishing, arriving, leaving, submitting use by, if the action is long, like waiting, working, sleeping, staying use until.
Points used by, lines used until. Keep that rule in your mind.
Now let's mix it up. Part 4, extended speaking practice.
This is a test. I am going to give you a sentence with a missing word. I want you to shout out the answer. Is it by or until?
Don't be shy. If you are on the bus, whisper it. If you are at home, shout it out.
Fill in the blank number 1. Finish reading this blank tonight. What is the answer?
The verb is finish. That is a point in time. So the answer is by. Finish reading this by tonight.
Fill in the blank number 2. She stayed awake, blank, midnight. Answer.
The verb is stayed awake. That is a long action, a duration. The answer is until. She stayed awake until midnight.
Fill in the blank number 3. We must leave, blank, 7 p.m.
Leave. That happens in a single moment. You walk out the door. The answer is by. We must leave by 7 p.m.
You are getting this. Now let's try something a little harder. Sentence construction. I'm going to give you an idea. I want you to make the English sentence.
We're in a professional context now. Imagine you are talking about your career. The idea is, I will work continuously and stop when I retire. Make the sentence.
Did you say I will work until retirement? That is correct. Working is the duration. Retirement is the stop sign.
Next idea. You need to pay money. The deadline is Friday. Make the sentence.
Pay the fee by Friday. Paying is the transaction. It must happen before the deadline.
Next idea. A worker is doing his job. He doesn't stop. He stops when his shift ends. Make the sentence.
He worked until his shift ended. Excellent.
I want to throw in a slightly different one here. A personal context. The idea is, she learned English using the method of practicing daily. Make the sentence.
She learned English by practicing daily.
Wait a minute. Is that a deadline?
No, this is a special trick in English. By can also tell us how something is done. By practice, by studying, by listening.
We call this the method by. It's very useful. But for today, we're mostly focusing on time. It's just good to know that it exists.
One more construction. The idea is, I didn't sleep, I was awake. Finally, at 2 a.m., I slept. Make the sentence.
I didn't sleep until 2 a.m. This implies a long duration of being awake.
I didn't sleep until 2 a.m. I think we have all had nights exactly like that.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, we are moving to part 5, advanced fluency. This is the rapid fire round.
The goal here is speed. We want to bypass your translation brain and go straight to your speaking brain.
I'm going to read a batch of by sentences. I want you to repeat them immediately. Don't overthink it. Just mimic my voice. Ready? We will respond by email.
We will respond by email.
I will solve this by tomorrow.
I will solve this by tomorrow.
He finished the book by Friday.
He finished the book by Friday.
We arrived by bus.
We arrived by bus.
I will confirm by email.
I will confirm by email.
Did you feel that rhythm? By tomorrow. By Friday. By email. It's short, it's punchy, it's decisive.
Now let's do the until sentences. Listen for the stretching sound. The duration. Ready. He stayed until the meeting finished.
He stayed until the meeting finished.
I will study until I understand.
I will study until I understand.
We played until it got dark.
We played until it got dark.
She studied until the test day.
She studied until the test day.
He stayed at school until 4 p.m.
He stayed at school until 4 p.m.
Very good. Do you feel the difference? Until sentences feel a bit longer, they tell a story about time passing.
I will study until I understand. That is such a great sentence. It shows real commitment.
It really does. It's not just about the clock. It's about the effort.
We have covered a lot of ground today. We started with definitions, we visualized walls and roads, we compared sentences side by side, and we practiced rapid-fire speaking.
But before we wrap up the main concepts, I want to address the negative forms briefly because they can be super confusing. Think about this. I won't be ready by 5 p.m. versus I won't be ready until 5 p.m.
Oh, that is tricky. I won't be ready by 5 p.m. means I will be late. I will miss the deadline. It is a failure.
Correct. But I won't be ready until 5 p.m. means I'm getting ready right now. The process is happening. It will finish exactly at 5 p.m. It is simply a statement of fact.
So if you want to buy time, say I won't be ready until 5. It sounds like you're busy working.
Exactly. Language is a tool. Use it wisely.
Let's do a final review to wrap this section up. When I say deadline, you say
By.
When I say duration, you say
Until.
When I say before that time, you say by. When I say up to that time, you say
Until.
It really is that simple.
Yeah.
The logic is clean. The practice is where you make it permanent.
We have one final challenge for you. Homework. I want you to think of your day tomorrow. Make one sentence using by. For example, I will wake up by 7 a.m. or I will eat breakfast by 9 a.m.
And make one sentence using until. For example, I will work until 6 p.m. Or I will read until I fall asleep.
Say these sentences out loud to yourself. Record yourself on your phone if you can. Listen to your own voice using these powerful little words.
You have done an excellent job today. We dove deep into the mechanics of English time, and you survived.
Not only survived, but improved.
But wait. We aren't actually leaving you just yet. We promised a comprehensive deep dive, and we want to ensure we've covered absolutely every angle. We have a time, and you have the dedication. So let's take a bonus lap around the track.
I love a bonus lap. Let's look at some of the more nuanced examples that we skimmed over. Because real life isn't always as simple as finish homework by 5. Real life has emotions. Real life has complicated logistics.
True. Let's look at the concept of method again with by. We touched on it by practicing, but there's so many useful phrases here. Listen, we arrived by bus, or she left by taxi, or she paid the bill by card.
This is a totally different use of by, but it's the exact same word. Why? Think of it as by means of. The bus is the method. The card is the tool. Note for our listeners, we never use until for method. You cannot say I arrived until bus. You cannot say I paid until card. That sounds impossible.
That's a great rule. Until is only for time, or sometimes distance. By is for time and method. So if you are describing how you did something, by is your friend. Here's another one. He built the house by hand.
By hand. That is a beautiful phrase. It implies hard work, craftsmanship. How about this one? He solved the problem by himself. Here, by himself means alone, without help. This is a very common structure. Yeah. By myself, by yourself, by themselves.
Let's practice that. I did it by myself. Repeat that. I did it by myself.
She lives by herself. Repeat that. She lives by herself.
Now, let's switch back to time, but let's look at the past tense. We practice a lot of future tense today. I will do this. But stories are told in the past. Look at this. He arrived by 8 a.m. This means the event is over. The deadline was met. Success.
Contrast that with, he slept until noon. The event is over. The duration is finished. Notice how the grammar doesn't really change much. I will sleep until noon is future. I slept until noon is past. The word until stays rock solid.
What about negative sentences in the past? This is where students really get tripped up. He didn't finish by 5 p.m. versus he didn't finish until 5 p.m.
Oh, this is a masterclass right here. He didn't finish by 5 p.m. equals he failed. The deadline passed and the work was incomplete. Bad news. But he didn't finish until 5 p.m. equals he was working all day long. Finally, at 5 p.m. he finished. This implies he worked for a long time. It emphasizes the lateness of the finish or the massive effort involved.
So imagine your boss asks, did you finish the report? If you say, I didn't finish by 5, your boss is angry. If you say, I didn't finish until 5, your boss understands you are busy working hard.
Yes. Until protects your effort. By exposes your deadline management.
Let's look at another phrase you hear in airports and government offices. I will wait until further notice.
Until further notice. That is a very formal, somewhat scary phrase. It means the duration is indefinite. We don't know when it will stop. You just have to wait. You're stuck in the until loop.
It sounds like being on hold with customer service. Please hold until an agent is available.
Exactly. You're holding and holding and holding. The duration is unknown, but the condition an agent becoming available is the stop sign.
What about the phrase by now? We must act by now. What does that mean?
By now usually means the deadline is the present moment. Or, more commonly, it implies that we should have already done it. He should have arrived by now. This expresses worry. Where is he? It is 8 p.m. He should have arrived by now, meaning the deadline has passed and he is missing.
Can we use until now?
Yes, I didn't know that until now, meaning from the beginning of time up to this exact second, I was ignorant. Now the state has changed. I know. Until now, I was confused. But by now, I should be an expert. See the difference?
Until now, I was confused. That is a duration of confusion. By now, I should be an expert. That is a deadline for expertise. That is brilliant.
Let's look at a slightly stricter sentence. She stayed quiet until spoken to.
Until spoken to. This is a passive construction. The event isn't a time on a clock. The event is someone else speaking. She is waiting for a trigger. This shows that until connects very well with events, not just numbers. Wait until the rain stops. Wait until he calls. Wait until the light turns green.
Yes, you rarely say wait by the light turns green. That makes no sense. The light turning green is the end of the waiting period.
I want to do a little storytelling exercise to help these concepts stick. I am going to paint a picture, and you tell me if we need by or until. Imagine a Cinderella story. Cinderella wants to go to the ball. Her fairy godmother appears. She says, "You must be home, blank, midnight."
That is a deadline. If she is late, the magic breaks. You must be home by midnight.
Correct. Now, Cinderella goes to the ball. She dances. She is having a wonderful time. She dances. Blank, the clock strikes 12.
She is dancing continuously. The action fills the night. She dances until the clock strikes 12.
And then she runs away. But she loses a shoe. The prince looks for her. He says, "I will search. Blank, I find her."
He is not going to stop. His searching is a duration of pure determination. I will search until I find her.
Finally, he says to his guards, "Find this girl, blank, the end of the week."
Now he is setting a strict deadline for his employees. Find this girl by the end of the week.
See, even fairy tales need grammar.
Especially fairy tales. They are all about time limits and enduring curses. She slept until true love's kiss. That's Sleeping Beauty. He had to learn to love by his 21st birthday. That's Beauty and the Beast.
Wow, I never realized Disney movies were just by versus until lessons in disguise.
Everything is grammar if you look closely enough.
Let's talk about pronunciation for a moment. We mentioned this briefly, but let's really drill it. By, B-I. It rhymes with my hi, fly. Make sure you open your mouth. By.
And until. Stress the second syllable. Until. Don't say you until. Say until. I waited until.
And in fast casual English, you often hear till, wait till noon, till, T-I-L-L.
Yeah.
Is that okay for our students to use?
It is absolutely okay in conversation. I'm working till 5. It sounds very natural.
Yeah.
But in formal writing, stick to until. It's much more professional.
Mhm.
And never write till with one L unless you were writing poetry. Till with 2 L's.
What about by? Does it get shortened?
No, it's only 2 letters. You can't really shorten it.
Good point. Let's look at achievements. He finished the book by Friday, or she graduated by the age of 20. By is the language of goals. Do you have a goal?
I want to read 10 books by the end of the year.
Perfect usage. By the end of the year. That is your finish line. If you said, "I want to read 10 books until the end of the year," it sounds like you are going to be reading them continuously, nonstop, without eating or sleeping.
That sounds completely exhausting.
By gives you freedom. You can read in January, relax in February, read in March, as long as you hit the number by December 31st.
That is a very comforting thought. By actually gives you flexibility within the deadline. Until demands your attention the whole time.
Yes.
Until
Done.
is demanding. By is result-oriented.
Let's look at determination again. I will not stop until I win. We talked about this, but look at the structure. Not stop. Stop is a point action. Not stopping converts it into a duration. It essentially means I will go. I will go until I win.
Right. Negative verbs can be tricky. I won't leave equals I will stay. I won't leave until you apologize. Meaning, I am staying right here, making you uncomfortable up to the very moment of apology.
This is great for arguments. I am not cooking dinner until you wash the dishes.
The until ultimatum. Very effective. Notice you can't say, I am not cooking dinner by you wash the dishes. The grammar breaks completely. We have a few future perfect implications here, even if we don't use the complex grammar terms for our beginners. We will complete the project by June. Technically, this implies we will have completed the project by June, but native speakers often simplify it. We will complete it by June.
Yes. For A1 and A2 learners, keep it simple. Will plus verb plus by plus time. I will finish by 5. Don't worry about I will have finished. That is a lesson for next year. I will finish by 5 is perfectly understood by everyone.
What about questions? How do we ask questions with these words? When will you finish? Answer, by 5.
How long will you stay? Answer, until 5.
This is a crucial distinction for the listener. If the question is when, listen for a specific time or deadline. Use by. If the question is how long, listen for a duration. Use until.
Let's practice that. I will ask a question. You answer. Scenario. You are working. You stop at 6 p.m. Question. When will you finish? Answer.
By 6 p.m.
Question. How long will you work? Answer.
Until 6 p.m.
It's the exact same reality. You stop work at 6. But it's a different question, which means a different word.
Another scenario. You are traveling to London. You arrive on Tuesday. Question. When will you arrive? Answer.
By Tuesday.
Question. How long will you travel? Answer.
Until Tuesday. Assuming you're traveling continuously up to that point, this when versus how long trick is an absolute lifesaver.
Yeah.
How long is the movie? It lasts until 10 p.m. When does the movie end? By 10 p.m., roughly.
Let's touch on method one last time. He improved by practicing daily. I want to emphasize this for our English learners. How do you improve English? By listening, by speaking, by practicing. You don't improve until listening.
Unless you mean I didn't improve until I started listening.
Ooh, nice combination. I was bad at English. Then I started listening. Yeah. The improvement happened after that start point. I didn't improve until I practiced.
It creates a narrative of success. I was confused until I listened to this audio.
And now, by the end of this audio, I was confident.
Look at us, weaving these sentences together like poetry.
We are just showing off now.
But seriously, to our listeners, we are having fun, but we want you to have fun too. English shouldn't be scary. By and until are tools to help you tell your story. Are you a deadline person? Do you like to finish things fast? You probably love by. Are you a process person? Do you like to experience things deeply? You probably love until.
I think I am an until person. I like to work until I'm absolutely satisfied.
I am definitely a by person. I like to finish by 5 p.m. and go watch TV.
And that is exactly why we make a good teaching team.
We have covered so many examples today. We have talked about daily routines, work, sleep. We've talked about travel, arriving, leaving, professional tasks, submitting, deciding, states of being, staying, waiting, methods, by bus, by practicing, and negative forms, not until.
Is there anything we guessed? Let's review one more connecting thought. She studied until the test day. That connects the intense effort to the deadline event. Or, I will confirm by email, that connects the action to the method.
It seems we have been very thorough. I hope our listeners really feel the weight of these two small words now. Next time you write an email, pause before you hit send. Check your prepositions. Did you write? Please reply until Friday. If so, delete it. Write. Please reply by Friday.
Unless you actually want them to write you continuous emails from now until Friday nonstop.
Please don't do that to anyone.
As we finally close out this deep dive, I want to remind everyone that learning a language is a marathon, not a sprint. You don't have to be perfect by tomorrow. You just have to keep trying until you succeed.
Beautifully said. Not perfect by tomorrow. That's the deadline. Keep trying until you succeed. That's the duration. That is the perfect motto for us.
Take that with you into your practice.
Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We have loved exploring the depths of English time with you.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Keep up the great work, everyone.
Practice every day. Speak every day. Small improvement daily, big confidence. I will see you in the next lesson of Lucky English for Beginners.